The very first presentation this morning will be Janice D'Alessandro, and she's going to talk to you about the Fiscal Integrity Act. Janice and Aaron O'Donnell will take the floor.
Good morning. I'm Janice D'Alessandro, and I'm in the training section in the auditor's office, and Aaron O'Donnell is also in the training section as well. And we want to talk about the new legislation that passed March 23rd of this year. It's the Fiscal Integrity Act. Some people know it as House Bill 10, but we refer to it as the Fiscal Integrity Act. And what you see on your screen is the portal to log in and self-report your hours for the upcoming term. And the term is for you fiscal officers, village fiscal officers, or village clerk treasurers, and you can report your hours. All the hours that you are reporting will be from the election November 4th on. You do not have to report any hours prior to that. If you've taken certified public records training, you have met your requirement for the 2015 year. So the requirement is for newly elected fiscal officers, you will need 24 hours of training, continuing education training, and that includes 2 hours of ethics. Now you're going to ask, how do I get those hours? This training today qualifies for 6 hours. So if you stay for the entire session, you will qualify for 6 hours of training. And UAN also offers on-demand classes. Those classes will qualify as well. If you attend the Ohio Township Association conference in January, those hours will count as well. We will count CPIM hours if you're CPIM certified, and our local government conference, which is March 22nd through the 24th, those hours will count as well. Now what we're going to do is log in, show how you log into the system. So you will click your login button, and you'll have to make an account before you can self-report your hours. So if you, this system will be available the first part of January. So you'll register as a new user, clicking the information that you see in the profile, which is your name, there you go. And just click all of your information so that we would be able to contact you. Now, the important piece is when you enter your email address, it has to be entered correctly, because you will receive a notice from us immediately so that you can log into the system. So you're creating your new account, and once you complete your profile, an email will be sent to you automatically. And you'll add your entity, and all of that information is in. First, you'll look up so you will see, and you'll click which entity is yours. That will come up, and then you decide if you're elected fiscal officer, appointed fiscal officer, or hired fiscal officer. If you're not a fiscal officer and you want to report your hours, you can do that, and you'll continue through. If you're elected, you must put your election term in to validate. If you're appointed, just put your appointment date in. We follow the election cycle. So even if you're appointed, it is a 4-year cycle with the cycle starting at the beginning of an election term. Now you've entered all of that information. And if you're a CPA, you are only required to put your CPA number in, and your hours for your certification for CPA will meet the requirement for the Fiscal Integrity Act. Once you've completed all your information, hit register and an email will be sent to you. So that is the self-reporting application. It's very simple, and our information to contact us is on this at the beginning, and I think you have, yes, you have that information. So I'll take a couple of questions if there are any questions before we end.
When does this apply to libraries?
The question was, does it apply to libraries? No, the folks that are in libraries are not required to report their hours. They can report their hours, but the law does not include them. Fiscal officers and village clerks.
Next question, I work at multiple entities.
Great question. They work at multiple entities. What do we do? You would enter both entities. You have the option to add both entities to your profile, and it will report. You can report for both.
What is the web address for self-reporting?
Another great question. What is the web address for self-reporting? That web address is training.ohioauditor.gov // Okay. I'm sorry, training.ohioauditor.gov is all that's required. Another question is, do we create our own username? Yes, you do. You create your own username and password. Just make sure you keep it in a safe place so that you can get back to it. If you forget your password, you'll go back in and say, I forgot my password, and they will send you to your email one that you can sign on and then change it once you get into the system, the login.
Next question is, I've been appointed for the last 2 years. Now I'm elected for 4 years. Please clarify hours.
So you are saying that you were appointed
Last 2 years.
the last 2 years, so now you are considered re-elected, and you are only required to have the 12 hours, and that 12 hours includes 2 hours of ethics.
Is this for only newly elected fiscal officers?
Is this only for newly elected officers? No, it's newly elected or appointed, re-elected officers. All of those folks are included in this new legislation. It's townships as well.
And the next question is, I'm an assistant fiscal officer at one village and then another entity. Do I need to report my hours? Assistant.
Assistant. No. If you're an assistant, it's the The fiscal officer that is responsible for that entity that must report. You can report your hours, but you're not required. It's the elected official that is required.
How do we know what training qualifies for hours?
The trainings that qualify for hours are on our website. So if you go to the ohioauditor.gov, all of the trainings are listed, which is local government and UAN, Ohio Township Association for now.
And there's a lot of questions about, I'm in a special district, do I have to take this training?
Special district is not required to take this training.
Is there any online ethics webinars?
Sorry, say that.
Ethics
Are
webinars.
there any online ethics?
Not that we know of at this point. We do not know of any online ethics webinars. We will get that information, and once we find out, we will post it. Everyone is aware. Right now, you have to get ethics live. And there will be an ethics course at the local government conference in March.
The last question was Ohio GFOA of the accredited classes.
We'll have to find out if Ohio GFOA would be accredited classes. I don't want to say yes or no at this point, but we will get that information out as soon as we get it clarified.
The last question is how many credits in the class?
This class is accredited for 6 hours today. Thank you very much. And I will turn it back over to Trina. Thank you, Trina.
Thank you very much.